Good afternoon. Thanks for joining me for Friday's Hard Money Happy Hour. Good to have you with me on a Friday afternoon. We've had another busy and productive week at Trius Lending Partners. My broken record continues. The market continues to be good, continues to be strong. We all hope it continues along in that direction. One of the questions that's come up a good bit this past week is whether to buy and hold or do a flip. It's a question we get often over time. I think right now with the current market conditions and the current environment we're in, people are asking it more and more. Should I buy the property, fix it up, and then put it on the market, or should I rent it? The recommendation, the advice we've been giving people is a little bit mixed. Really, we've said hedge your bet and leave all the opportunities open. Leave all the options on the table. It may work to flip it depending on where the market is when your renovation is done. But don't be closed-minded and not consider the opportunity to hold it. The long-term rental market continues to be strong, and we think and foresee in our local market it will continue even stronger down the road. So that could be a great option. You're going to want to have to consider a few things depending on where you might want to go with that decision. The rehab on a flip is going to be a different rehab than on a hold. On a flip, you're generally going to put a little more effort, a little more money, a little more quality overall into the renovation that you're going to be doing. The finishes in the kitchen, the finishes throughout the property, those are going to cost a little bit more. So a renovation for a flip is going to cost you a little more overall. For a hold, you're still going to do a nice renovation, hopefully, for your tenants and for long term. And you're better off not skimping on the renovation because it'll result in less repairs and less issues down the road and a higher rent through that term as well. Having said that, however, you don't necessarily need the best finishes and the highest quality finishes because you want to be able to adjust for the wear and tear of tenants coming and going. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about what kind of a renovation to do, a flip or a hold. With regards to what happens at the end of the transaction, obviously for the flip, you're putting it on the market and selling it. Generally, the time frame to do that is going to be about 8 months. That's what we see our clients average. From the closing to buying the property to the closing on the sales, about 8 months. For a hold, it's going to be how long it's going to take to get the property renovated, rented, and then refinanced. And then, of course, you're going to repeat the BRRR method. To do that, you're going to have to get a tenant in there. In the past, prior to COVID-19, you didn't need a tenant, and you could still find good, adequate financing without having the tenant, just based on the market rent. Right now, it seems like as we're heading back into the refinance market starting to open up, the chances are they'll want to see a firm tenant, maybe with even a few months under their belt having paid as well. So keep that in mind if you're doing a hold as well. That's all for this week. Have a wonderful, enjoyable, and relaxing weekend. Be safe, be healthy. Thanks for tuning in.